everybody, welcome to another episode of Black Crow Kennel TV. Ain't much going on right now with the kennel. We're just making strategic plans for the future. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. We probably not going to have puppies until after the first of the year. Possibly a Nix and Abel litter, and then later on in the year with a Nix and Zara. Abel and Zara, excuse me. According to how Zara's doing, and if she's maturing the way she is supposed to and needs to. But on a personal level, I started a new job recently, and then we had the COVID deal, and recently gone back to work and got back on track, and things are doing good. But got me thinking about some, back in my younger days, some of the things that I did and was exposed to at a young age. I was in the car business back in the late 90s when things were real good and the business was real strong. And being in the car business at that point in time, I worked for a Ford dealership in Charlotte, South Carolina, and we did a bunch of deals. And anyway, we sold a lot of cars. And every once in a while, you'd have to go get a car. So one of those times, I'll never forget. I went out with the finance manager, one of the finance managers. I was a salesman / fill-in finance manager at the time. Went out up into North Carolina to pick up a vehicle that the financing didn't go through on. Anyway, long story short, customer didn't want us to get the vehicle back, so we went up there one evening after right about the time we would get off work. And when we got there, it took us about 30-40 minutes to find this place because it was back in the woods. And I mean the woods. When we pulled in there was a rebel flag on this side of the driveway and a POW flag on this side of the driveway. So you kind of know where we were going. Pulled up in the yard, and we had driven a car from the lot, and it was this was a 98. It was a 97 Mercury Cougar, and we had back down in the woods on four-wheeler paths to get down to these people's cabin. They had a Rottweiler that when we pulled up in the yard, this dog went nuts. It started hitting the car, jumping up on the car, hitting the window, trying to pull the window out. I mean, it was ridiculous. Wouldn't let us out the car. The guy said, you ain't getting this truck. So we left. We came back next day and parked over in the neighbor's yard. And I had a key to the truck, and I was going to scoot down around the edge of the woods and cut in, and I could see the truck down in there, parked right beside the house. And I was going to scoot in there and grab the truck and pull on out. Well, the dog heard me. Didn't see me, but it heard me. And it started barking and raising Cain, and next thing I know, I'm kind of squatted down in the edge of the woods, kind of making my way around, and I hear a gunshot. Then I hear that noise that anybody that's been shot at knows. Oh, that. Yeah, kind of over my head. So I hit the floor, hit the deck. I'm on the ground. I look around, I don't see anybody. So I don't know where he's at. I turn around and take off. Kind of weigh my options. Well, the guy I came down with that day, I had to run him down. He had already cranked the truck up and was going out the driveway and leaving my white ass down there. Yeah, I had to jump in the truck on the road. He wasn't. He was a very, what we people in the South call prissy fella. He was real in touch with his feminine side, and he wasn't having that. Anyway, long story short, we decided to go to the sheriff's department since we got all the right paperwork and everything, and get a deputy to ride out there with us and, you know, make sure nobody gets killed over this little 97 Ford Ranger. So we get back out there, deputy meets us out there. We go to the sheriff's department and get back out there. Deputy meets us out there, and anyway, long story short, we get back down in there, and guys got a gate up, so we just park at the gate and walk down the rest of the way. We walk up in the yard, and this Rottweiler comes running out to us. Never barks, never growls. Runs right up to the cop. Guy reaches down, starts petting the dog. He's just sitting there wagging his whole butt. He's so happy to see him. Ain't never met a dog that knew who the law was. Ain't never met one since. But that dog knew who not to mess with. So we go down in there, guys, you know, talk to the guy. He says, yeah, we just wanted to make sure everything was in order before we let him get the truck back. So the guy says, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the keys, and I'll come right back out. So he walks in the house. He gets the keys. He brings them out there. He hands me the keys, and he says, I'm going to go unlock it. I got the keys. What you mean you going to unlock it? He said, I got it chained to the tree. This fool had wrapped a log chain round a pine tree about yay big around, and around the rear end of the truck. And put a lock on it. I just want y'all to think about how pretty that would have been if I had got down in there and popped that thing in gear and took off and snatched the rear end out from under it and been sitting in the man's yard. Anyway, guy unlocked it. I jumped in the truck, took all the paperwork, cranked up, went out the driveway with the deputy in the front seat and the other guy in the back. Got back out to the cars, and we all went about our merry way. But just kind of goes to show you that you never know what you're running into, no matter how much you think you do. And there's some dogs out there that know who the cops are. Y'all have a good one. keep them straight out there, and we'll see you on the next episode of Black Crow Kennel TV.